Right, hey guys, it is Chris here again with another video, and in this video today we have to talk about Sears. So basically, Sears is basically inching towards a liquidation decision due Tuesday on whether Eddie Lampert's bid is viable. Basically, the key points are here is that Sears is planning to announce its decision on Chairman Eddie Lampert's bid to save the company on Tuesday morning. Sears believes, this is everybody at Sears aside from Lampert, they believe that his bid is short, and between the two parties, which include ESL Investments, which Eddie Lampert is in charge of, and the Sears whatever committee handles this, was unable to come with a resolution. And basically, if these two companies don't, this is basically Sears' last chance to live. If these two parties do not come together, Sears is basically going to liquidate all of its assets after 126 years of operation, if this doesn't work. So I'm going to read the article here, and then I'm going to tell you my opinion on it. So Sears and the chairman, Eddie Lampert, have been so far unable to resolve the disagreements over his $4.4 billion bid to save Sears and about 50,000 jobs by buying it out of bankruptcy through his hedge fund, ESL Investments. Basically, Sears continues to inch towards liquidation even while leaving Lampert room to have a last minute about face. Sears advisors this past Friday this past Friday. This is when I was talking about the deadline to buy Sears out of bankruptcy. The judge planned to announce the liquidation on Monday of Sears. So Sears was basically supposed to announce the liquidation of the company today. But by Sunday afternoon, Sears decided to say, well, yeah, you know what? We're going to give ESL Investments until Tuesday morning to come up with a bid before the announcing conclusion of Sears. ESL advisors were basically working through that weekend to make sure that this $4.4 billion bid goes through by Eddie Lampert to save the company, but so far the bid has unfortunately been insufficient. And basically, if he doesn't agree to concessions, the company will liquidate. A continuing issue is the $1.8 billion that Lampert put toward his offer to forgiving debt owed to ESL through the so-called hard credit bid. The restructuring committee advised Sears that it's not confident a bankruptcy judge will allow Lampert to use his credit to bid, addressing an ongoing investigation about Sears transactions under Lampert's management, basically under Lampert's CEO range of Sears, which began in 2013. Up until Sears filed for bankruptcy back in October of 2018. Lampert was the CEO, controlling ownership, the stake 31%, which is fact sheet, and ESL Investments, which he owned about 19% of. Lampert has resigned as CEO and has been so far unwilling to backstop the bid with its own cash, people familiar said. Meantime, the company's offer is short, covering fees and vendor payments it owes, making it at a Mr. Hold on, I'm just reading this word. It made it administratively insolvent, which basically means it became a hot button topic in restructuring the community after the Toys R Us bankruptcy and the pursuit and liquidation, which happened last year. This is just something about Toys R Us that I'm not going to read. And Sears hoped that its promise to saving jobs and the American icon will be sufficient enough to keep up for its iniquitous, one of the people said. For Lampert's bid to pass muster, Sears advisors must decide if it is financially viable, and the bankruptcy judge must grant it court approval. But the judge's ability to do so has been hampered by the overwhelming from potential litigation. Sears has unsecured its creditors and have said that there may be claims against Sears for deals done under his tenure as CEO and its largest shareholder, which includes the following: Sears' spinoff of Land's End in 2014, their transaction with Sertige Growth Properties, which owns about a lot of Sears properties now. They actually own a couple. They own Nanuet, Willowbrook, Watchung. I could go on for hours about all the properties that Sertige Growth Properties owns, a real estate investment trust that Lampert created through some Sears properties last year. So the bankruptcy judge may therefore push to allow the full investigation if it may need to be litigate those claims. Such as litigation could take months or even years. A daunting prospect for the company, quickly running out of money. The retailer recently opened a net loss of $950 million for 13 weeks that ended in November 3rd of 2018. The people requested anonymity because the information is confidential, and Sears and ESL Investment declined to comment. So, what do I think about all this? This is quite a mouthful. Basically, Eddie Lampert never invested in the stores, and he basically just said, you know what, we don't need to renovate them, we don't need to make them new, we don't need to do this, let's keep it the same exact way it was. Now, basically, I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no, because this deal can go two of one ways. Eddie Lampert could very well get his way and very well get Sears out of bankruptcy, which would be good for these 50,000 people because their jobs would be saved. I think that's what a lot of the workers at these stores are hoping for. But unfortunately, as you can see, there's a lot of mismanagement and investigation going into this whole Sears thing with him trying to save the company. I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no. But as of right now, at this very critical moment for this company, is not looking too very well for Sears. Now, I don't know exactly what is going to happen tomorrow, but it's not looking very good for Sears. It's unfortunate. I think there was a lot of mismanagement with Eddie Lampert, like I said before. You know, they never renovated the stores. They never, see, and back in 2005, they never thought, why don't we put Sears and Kmart together? Like, why don't we just make one store? One store. You know, and instead they thought, okay, Sears and Kmart are doing just fine. You know, we can just have two separate stores. And unfortunately, you know, they never renovated them. You know, and it really suffered. I mean, you know, they can't even get inventory. They've been shrinking inventory at stores. It's just really sad of what's been going on with Sears themselves. But like I said, I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no to the end of Sears. I don't know what is going to happen exactly with this company. But this is a very critical moment for this company, like I just said before, because this will determine if Sears will either die or the 126 company lives on to another day of death. But as of right now, the bankruptcy for this company is, I'm going to say lean likely for now. I'm not going to say very likely. It's a lean, I'm sorry, they're already in bankruptcy. But for them to liquidate, right now it's a lean. It's just a lean. I don't think it's likely, though. I don't know. Honestly, guys, I don't know what is going to happen with Sears. I don't know if they're going to liquidate and cease all operations, but I don't want to say yes and I don't want to say no. But we will find out the formal announcement from Sears Holdings if they are going to liquidate all their remaining 500 stores. But we'll just have to wait and see. Now, also, this can go three of one ways. They can either keep the 500 stores and keep 50,000 jobs. They can either cut to half. They can keep 250 stores and keep less jobs, but still keep jobs. Or the company could liquidate as a whole and just cease all operations. So we'll just have to wait and see until tomorrow, and I will have an update video coming out tomorrow for the update about Sears in what might look like to be its final stages, if they decide to close all their stores or not. But like I said, I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no. You guys will just have to find out tomorrow on Tuesday whether Sears will live or die. So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this video about Sears, and that's it. Oh, and I just wanted to bring up one other thing, too. Yeah, so we'll have to see what Mr. Eddie Lampert has in store for us tomorrow. See, there he is, Eddie Lampert. Anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video about Sears. Hopefully these jobs will be saved, and hopefully Sears will live on to another day, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So, anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this video, and that's it.